In this ukulele video, we're going to go over what is a chuck. Wait, who is Chuck? Wait, no, we're going to go over what is a chuck. All right, welcome to ukelikethepros. I'm Terry Carter. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And also, thank you for subscribing to the channel and turning on that bell notification. So in this series of these practice tips that we've been doing, we've been covering a bunch of different topics. So if you haven't seen those other videos, go check them out. A lot of great little nuggets, gold nuggets that are going to help you become a great ukulele player. In this one, we're going to talk about this word chucking or muting. And it's funny, it's something that so many people struggle with. Even after I show it to them, they still struggle with this. So I'm going to try to break it down for you real simple and show you exactly how to chuck. All right, something like this. All right, so what is a chuck? I always just called it a mute. And it seems like in the ukulele world, it's known as a chuck. If you know the history of it, by the way, the chuck, where that came from, leave that comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about chucking. And I'm going to give you some real simple examples here on how to chuck, all right? So check this out. Let's just grab your C chord. Now, the chuck here comes from the strumming hand. I'm going to say my right hand because I'm right-handed, so my strumming hand. This is not a left-handed one. Now, I'm going to have a separate video on how to mute with the left hand, but today it's all about with the right hand, all right? So grab your C chord. Now, just strum it like, just strum like this. It's real simple, right? Look at that. You can do that, right? Index finger, 3, 4. Now the chuck is going to be this. All right, so all I'm doing, check this out. It is actually kind of a hard technique at first, but then once you get used to it, then you can expand on it and just do a bunch of really cool rhythms and funky stuff. All right, so we're just simply going to do this. If I really slow it down, we're going to take this part of the hand. This is the side of my palm. This part is actually going to like karate chop, literally karate chop the strings right before I strum. So if I did it really like super slow motion, it's hitting the string and then my index finger is going to strum. Matter of fact, it doesn't even matter if you have a chord down or not. You can do this with open strings as well. Okay, so karate chop, kind of have that maybe that finger pointed, bent a little bit. Karate chop, and then you're going to strum. And it's all about the hands having to hit the strings before you strum. Because if you're not, that's not a chuck, right? That's a strumming and then you're stopping the sound. So it's got to be this. And the only way that happens is this part of the hand hits the string right before you strum. So again, if you do a slow motion, hand hits and then you strum. It's a little awkward. Hand hits and then strum. But now as I get faster, notice how my finger is starting to, I can give you a little bit better angle. Boom. Hand hits, boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. All right, so you notice that it takes a little bit of practice. It's going to feel a little awkward at first. I remember it. So I know what I'm talking about here because I went through this struggling as well. All right, now, once you practice this a while, see, that's not a chuck, right? We don't want that. We want this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, try this. Go strum, chuck, strum, chuck. Strum, chuck, strum, chuck. Now, when you chuck or mute, either one is totally fine. It's always going to be on a downstroke when you're doing it with your strumming hand. Okay. I always say, could you do it with an upstroke? You kind of could, but it's a little awkward. I'd probably use my left hand for that. So for now, we're just going to say, if you're going to chuck, you're going to be with a downstroke. All right. So again, practice that. Strum, chuck, and then you can get faster at it. All right, now let's do a little progression to really see if you get it. Just grab your C chord. We're going to go C for a measure, F, C, and then G7. But our rhythm's going to be this. Down, up, chuck, up. Down, up, chuck, up. That's going to be the rhythm for every chord, okay? So essentially, you're doing the mutes on beats 2 and 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. To the F chord, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and now back to C. Yeah. 2. Now G7. All right, now, you're probably going to over-exaggerate the chuck. You're going to like accent it really heavy. You don't have to. It's okay if you need to practice that to get it down. But it's supposed to be... where it's effortless, and it just flows right into the music, all right? So I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. So that's chucking, all right? Get it down. It's super, super, super important. And like I said, when you get better at it, you can even bust out of these chords. Once you get into all kinds of different styles, this chucking is going to really help you out. It's going to make you sound like an amateur to you can like the pros. So anyway, thanks for being here. If you're digging what we're doing here, check out ukelikethepros.com. We got memberships. We got tons of courses. We do ukulele, guitarlele, baritone, everything you need over there. And then also, we do have a store too, store.ukelikethepros.com for all your ukulele needs. So anyway, thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed, got a little bit something out of it. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.